5 facts you didn't know about Michael Myers. Hey guys, today we're going to list 5 facts you didn't know about Michael Myers. Let's get right into it. Number 1. His backstory. Michael Myers' story begins on Halloween night in 1963 in the Illinois suburb of Haddonfield, when 6-year-old Michael gets up, walks into his sister's room, and stabs her to death. He is admitted to Smith's Grove Sanitarium, where he spends the rest of his childhood and adolescence, being observed and studied by Dr. Sam Loomis, who eventually becomes an expert on Michael, the man, the myth, the legend. Loomis, played by Donald Pleasance, will play an important role in the franchise. Loomis grew to fear Michael and even see him as something other than human during his time with him. Loomis said, "I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes." He then added, "I spent 8 years trying to reach him and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up, because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil." Number 2. Multiple actors played Michael Myers. With so many different versions of Michael Myers to choose from, The Shape has been played by a number of different actors. Along with physical actors, voice actors, and partial body actors are used throughout the franchise. Adult Michael Myers, or The Shape as he's referred to in the credits, was mostly played by Nick Castle in all of the scenes where the masked killer stalks around. However, when Laurie Strode briefly unmasks Michael Myers, the bare-faced Michael is Tony Moran. Furthermore, Tommy Lee Wallace played scenes in which Michael was required to break through barriers because he created many of the props used in the film. He knew the best way to destroy them. Finally, stuntman James Winburn donned the Michael Myers mask to perform Michael's climactic fall from the bedroom terrace. In the 4th Halloween film, George P. Wilbur and Tom Morga played Michael. Michael Myers returns to hunt down Jamie Lloyd in Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Don Shanks, who was known at the time for playing one of the Santas in the Silent Night, Deadly Night films, plays Michael Myers in this film. Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, the 6th installment in the Halloween series, sees George P. Wilbur return to the franchise as Michael Myers, playing The Shape for the majority of the film. However, due to negative feedback from test audiences, Halloween 6 was rushed back into production. Halloween H20 is set 20 years after the original attacks on Haddonfield's teenagers, ignoring the events of Halloweens 4, 5, and 6, and acting as a direct sequel to the first 2 films. Chris Duran plays Michael Myers, who arrives at a boarding school where Laurie Strode is the dean to find Laurie and her son. These are just some of the actors who played the role of the iconic villain. Number 3. Myers is based on Carpenter's actual visit to a mental institution. One of Michael Myers' defining characteristics was his childhood murder of his sister, Judith Myers, in cold blood. As a result, the character is played in Smith's Grove Sanitarium. Carpenter's real-life class trip to a mental institution in Kentucky inspired these aspects of the character. Carpenter visited a local mental institution with one of his classes while attending Western Kentucky University. The director later shared his experience in the 2003 Halloween documentary, A Cut Above the Rest. Carpenter described seeing some of the most serious and mentally ill patients, including a young boy no more than 13 years old with a schizophrenic stare. According to the documentary, the boy's black, soulless eyes and pale, emotionless face inspired Dr. Loomis's quote in the film, in which he refers to Michael as having the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. Carpenter was profoundly affected by the visit, and this boy influenced Michael's demeanor. Number 4. He is a brother and a father. In some Halloween timelines, Michael Myers himself has a reason for all of his killings. The specific reason for going after Laurie Strode and her extended family is to finish up unfinished business, as Laurie Strode is her sister. This would explain why Michael Myers seems to pursue her at all times. As long as she is alive, she will never be free of Michael Myers, who will do everything in his power to kill her, with one continuity allowing him to succeed. Meanwhile, in the alternate universe where Halloween 4 to 6 exist, Michael Myers became a father, although it was not entirely of his own volition, but rather through other means. Michael Myers raped his own 15-year-old niece, resulting in the birth of Stephen Lloyd, thanks to the Cult of Thorns. This little-known factoid, thankfully, only appeared in the producer cut of Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, but it was a moment that lingered for quite some time, making it one of the most bizarre things to happen to the series. Number 5. He appeared in Call of Duty Ghosts. Michael Myers is no stranger to roles outside of the big screen. Michael Myers appears in books and comic books, and it appears that he can be almost anywhere. This is also true in the world of video games, specifically in the game Call of Duty Ghosts. Michael Myers appears as a playable character in that game during the map pack Onslaught. Michael Myers from the Halloween horror film series can be unlocked in any game mode that includes field orders on the Onslaught DLC map Fog. You will receive a care package if you complete a field order on this map. When thrown, there's a slim chance you'll get the Michael Myers outfit. It works in the same way that a Juggernaut does. You are far more difficult to kill, but you may only have a melee weapon, in this case a bloody axe. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.